we do have another caller. Travis is on the line. Hi, Travis.
Hello, how you doing?
I'm okay. Share with us, we understand, was it you that got arrested or was it a family member?
It was me that got arrested. And it was a situation that my wife was having with another individual. And I went to the police department to talk to an officer about the case. And when I arrived there, and I gave him my name and I told him what I came to pick the reporter for, and he got to cursing me. And so I went to the park, the city park, to talk to the major, which the assistant chief. He told me to leave the park. So I did leave the park. So I called 911. 911 gave me the instruction to go back out there. The chief said go back out there and talk to him. And I said, okay. So 911 stayed on the phone with me. As a going back out there, the major, which is assistant chief, told the guy to arrest me and charge me with disorderly conduct. And I paid the fine. I went to court, and they said that I was at my grandma's funeral and I got reimbursed back. But how do I go about getting that off my record at the same time? And is there anything legal I could do about that for being falsely arrested? But
So Travis, it seems like your question has multiple parts. And so I'm going to start with the first one as far as keeping it off your record. If you don't have any prior convictions or if this is your first misdemeanor, as we previously discussed, you could get that sealed off your record either by attending an expungement clinic hosted by the solicitor's office if it happened in Richmond County, or by consulting with a defense attorney to help you with that. Now, as far as the wrongful arrest, I will tell you that you can consult with an attorney who specializes in that, but when you enter a guilty plea, sometimes that makes it more of an uphill battle for you to challenge that false arrest because you entered a guilty plea to the crime that you were arrested for. And so I would advise you to first focus on getting it cleared off your record, because if you do get it off your record, it may assist the attorney who's trying to prove that you were falsely arrested or wrongfully accused by showing that you don't actually have that conviction on your record. But a lot of times people make the same decision that Travis did, which is to make a decision that's going to benefit them criminally and keep them out of jail, and then they ask questions later about what they could have done, which is why we always advise our clients to speak to an attorney before you speak to law enforcement. Even if you realize that you haven't done anything wrong and you plan on telling the truth, you still want an attorney with you in the future so that they can advise you of the possibility of you being arrested and charged with the crime that you didn't necessarily commit. But you can certainly get that expunged off your record.
Excellent. Love that he called 911 and there's a record.
Yeah, very smart. I had a case just, I don't know, 5 years ago where the client did call 911 and had 911 on the line when there was a police officer who was a rogue. And he tased the fella until the wires got burned in two. And so we filed a 1983 action against the police officer and also the department that was supposed to manage him, because it wasn't an isolated incident. And having 911 on the line was so useful, because you could tell the man really felt like he hadn't done anything wrong, and the police officer was acting inappropriately, to say the least.
Right. Not always his word against your word against his.
I like videos and recordings.
Great point.